Even though virtual reality has been exploding in popularity recently, from companies using it to individual people using it for personal use, there are still certain problems that need to be solved before VR can be as successful as it should be. These problems range from companies finding ways to integrate VR in their business to ethical conflicts with VR. While most of these problems seem likely to be fixed soon, we still have to deal with them for now. Now that that's been said, let's talk about some of the top problems with VR today. One of the largest problems currently with VR for consumers is the price. The price of many newer VR headsets is simply too expensive for many people to get into it in the first place. And the affordable headsets out there, like mobile VR headsets or the PlayStation VR set, often lead to a negative impression of VR. The two main things that make VR products as expensive as they are is the production cost of hardware and software. Many of the current VR headsets that offer a good and immersive experience often rely on a powerful computer to stream VR content to the headset. Although, this is already starting to be less of a problem with the release of headsets like the Quest 2 costing only $299 compared to the other headsets costing upwards of $1,000. Not to mention that the Quest 2 is actually a standalone headset, meaning you don't need a powerful computer to stream the VR content to your headset. The content is running on the headset itself. Now the other problem is the cost of software development. And since virtual reality is a relatively new concept, there aren't many with the proper expertise to develop software for VR. There also hasn't been a super high demand for software because VR is still relatively new, but as VR technology evolves, so does demand for VR software, and bigger studios can start making VR content exclusively. Another big problem in the current VR industry is the lack of creativity. This might be due to the lack of game studios making exclusive VR content. Many popular and anticipated games, for example, have been quickly forgotten due to poor development by studios, not focus nor experience with making VR content. There are also the games that simply simulate real-world experiences, like driving or climbing simulators. Sure, this might be fun for a while, but we can also do this in real life, so there's no need for VR. We need games that take advantage of the endless possibilities within virtual reality. The good news is that as more people get access to VR, more companies will focus on developing games and experiences for VR. Being able to stay healthy while also using VR at a daily basis is important for VR to grow. Many might have heard about the negative health effects of prolonged exposure to VR. This is often caused by poor lenses and bad screens within the headsets, and as technology evolves, these problems will be completely avoided. But there are still those who experience nausea and headaches after the first time trying VR due to poor quality hardware. And this ruins the reputation of VR and makes it hard for people new to VR to get into it in the first place. One type of issue widely talked about lately is ethical issues with VR. One of these ethical issues is isolation, the thought that a person gets so lost in the virtual world that they forget the real world. And this will also lead to loss of social skills. The other ethical issue right now is with Meta. Meta, previously known as Facebook, are known for collecting tons of personal data, and VR is no exception. With owning over 80% of the VR market for consumers, it might be a little concerning that they're collecting all data from you in VR as well. If VR become a place where we spend most of our free time, Meta will probably be tracking around 80 to 90% of your personal life. We're already seeing evidence of this in the Quest and Quest 2 headsets, where Meta is storing data of height, voice, and even finger length. Not only that, but they're also tracking activity on the headset, like search history, game history, and everything else. Now these are only some of the issues with VR, and they will have to be discussed when developing new technology and software. And if we will ever have a virtual reality where we can comfortably and securely spend our time, we will need to solve many of these issues first. Thank you for watching. I hope I didn't bore you to death, and I hope you somewhat enjoyed this. Bye bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.